What up, y'all? It's your boy Dewan Collects, and yes, we're fresh out the movie for the second time. So I'm gonna walk. It's a little eerie out here. It's foggy. Is Godzilla coming? Kind of wish, but at the same time, no. All right. So this is a spoiler warning. This is a discussion video. So you have been warned. Go ahead and click out the video. If you have not seen the movie, you don't want to hear anything that happened, and ready, set, go. Okay, I'm gonna do my best to recall everything in the movie. Definitely y'all chime in, y'all let me know what y'all think, y'all's opinions about the movie. This is our little space that we can talk about this without worrying about, those that have not seen the movie. But make sure you atomic blast that like button, up Skrilla if you haven't already. All right, so the movie, it's visually, it's beautiful. Obviously we get the action right in the beginning of the movie. It's chilly out here. It's gonna be good getting this car. Let's see. Let me see if I can position this. I guess that's gonna be good. We're gonna be a little crooked. So we got to get a figure of whether you want to call it the adolescent Godzilla, the first form. That is my hint. If you saw the spoiler-free video before this, I gave a hint. The common theme, what it was, is I was getting at, the last couple Japanese projects, we have like evolutions of Godzilla. Obviously starting with Shin, has like the 4 or 5 forms. And then we get Singular Point, the anime, he evolves in there as well. So we kind of get that in this movie. It's fun to actually talk about this now. Because a lot of us, we got to turn to the internet, but like I mentioned last video, if you're part of the Facebook groups, there's heavy, like, no spoiling, obviously around the world, not everyone's getting access to this. Everybody's got their own logistics, obviously, when they get to watch the film or if they have access. Excuse me. But if you're familiar with KDM, he has a great follow on Twitter. He whenever the reviews came out a few weeks ago, he did mention that there was nods to different kinds of movies in here. So obviously when you see in the trailer, you see Jaws. That was a very cool, like, aspect that we got with Godzilla. Just seeing him looking so menacingly, like, is actually scary. It's definitely a thrilling movie. You can really feel the emotion of the characters. It's like the first movie where, like, I was split between Godzilla and the people. Like, obviously I love my G-Man, so, like, I don't want anything to happen to him, but it's like I'm rooting for these characters that I got attached to. This second viewing, I knew what to expect, so there wasn't as much emotion for me in it because I already knew what was gonna happen. But the first time, yeah, definitely tears jerking through my eyes. No exaggeration, the opening scenes when we see him, it's straight up like Jurassic Park, man. That's another nod I see. I felt like he looked like a dragon mixed with the T-Rex, and just him chomping on people, throwing them. Like, that was fantastic, man. It totally seemed like a nod to Jurassic Park. And then we see Jaws, and then you can see the Monsterverse with Godzilla with his beams, coming out the water. It's like awesome seeing like a whole nother nuclear bomb blast of, the cloud every time he has that laser pointed heat ray. Just, it is beautiful. Like the whole like mutating aspect, I think kind of Shin-like, where his dorsals come out every time. It's so sick, man. Then you get the Millennium era with how spiky they are. I know this is like everywhere. It's just like, you know, a whole bunch of excitement. I'm trying to highlight everything. Let me take a breath. Let's recalibrate. I did feel pretty tired. I felt like this was gonna be a lengthy video. I was like, I don't know, but once it start getting with it, it's like the momentum's building up. I'm trying to think what I was gonna say. Literally, whenever the opening scene, it doesn't take very long to get into action. I was literally like this, no like exaggeration. Yesterday when I watched it in the IMAX, it was just like, like it was so hype, man. Like the visuals, like him looking so cool, the carnage. Like I talked about this a couple years ago. Someone close to me, just late night drive, and I was just like, you know, if I could ever make a Godzilla movie, I would want to make it like dark and the carnage. You know, I want to see like the actual realism which this movie captures. Like, you know, you see the dead fish floating around the water every time, the radiation he's giving off. You know, actually scaring people. You can feel the fear. One thing I think, obviously, you know, hearts going out to the real Japanese folk that went through World War II, who are still there, or the people that grew up with their grandparents and great grandparents and express what they went through. I feel like I can say from my point of view, I'm very thoughtful, but you still, when you get a visualization of something, you really get a better picture painted. So it's like you imagine, like, man, what people had to go through. But when you see it, I feel like as us, you know, US Americans, you know, that was the hands of us. And seeing like someone going home to rubble and their loved ones being gone and trying to rebuild from nothing and just hang on to some kind of semblance of everyday life like before, and then feeling the PTSD. I think it's Shishikashima, if I'm saying his name right, you know, main character. Phenomenal job, like all the actors. And it's like you get like some of the Showa era like quirk. With, you know, there's comedy in the movie. Like you literally get everything. You get the raw emotion. You see sweet little Akiko, like sad crying, you know, really pulling out the heartstrings. Noriko, like that was just like, I got so distracted in the movie the first time I watched it. I didn't really see that coming, but when it made more sense when you watch the end of it, of we didn't see her body, and obviously we see it blown away. Seeing that like shockwave value of like the blast, like that's what I'm talking about. Like Takashi Yamazaki, you're a genius, brother. Like you have to give us more. Toho, Japan, like I love this kind of Godzilla film. I love all Godzilla, man. Like I'm still hyped for the Monsterverse. That's gonna be like your Hollywood action. You get Hollywood action here. You get the quality CGI, man. Like this movie is just like, it's amazing, man. Like I felt like I was more critical mind this time, like trying to analyze versus the first time, like, ooh, but like there's still like, it's flawless, man. Like if you wanted to nitpick, oh, you know, the story, it's kind of draws out after we get the initial action of Godzilla, but this movie is a complete movie. It's like Godzilla's featured in it perfectly. Like I really don't see what you could say negative about the movie. Yeah, you want to see Godzilla more? I mean, yeah, why not? That whenever we first see the bomb come out, you know, out his face and then it regenerates, it's like I think of Monster vs. Ghidorah when they talk about using a speaker in the water to call him. It remind me of King of the Monsters, the orca. Obviously, the end, I feel like it's like a nod to GMK. When you just see the heart at the bottom of the ocean still beating. We see it regenerate. I was like, it was very creative and cool how they came up with a plan how to take Godzilla down. Like, I was like, oh, are they gonna redo Oxygen Destroyer? I'm like, no, cool, they did something original, something that made sense. And then it's like we kind of get like an Ice Godzilla, and then like the G emblem, whenever it comes at the end of the screen, it looks icy. It made sense. Like, initially when you see it, just looks like like a quick, like, broad paint stroke, but it looked icy. It was cool, like seeing like an Ice Godzilla's eyes look bulging because they're like half frozen. It was like, I know y'all ain't gonna kill him like this. I'm like, come on, man. And then I was like, yes, like, this movie fully delivers, man. Like, you get the sadness of like a character that you're caring about, and then you get to see her back, but then it's like, oh damn, she's gonna, excuse my language, she's gonna leave us. Like, you're gonna bring her back just for us to leave us. And then it's like, the radiation poisoning is what I'm guessing. It forms like a dorsal spike on her neck. At least that's what I noticed. So I love the cliffhanger. I'm gonna do my best. I'm definitely seeing it again tomorrow. I think I'll be fulfilled. I don't know if I'm going to see it a fourth time. I've never seen a movie more than 3 times. Godzilla being the thing that I saw 3 times before this, King of the Monsters, in theaters at least. But I don't know. We'll see. But for sure tomorrow. It's very enjoyable. It's cool connecting with people around your area that are into Godzilla. I'm trying to think if that is everything. It was cool. The reporters on the roof, that's definitely like OG 54. The score in the movie. I love the opera, sound of like the singing, hearing the iconic theme coming in 3 times in the movie is just perfect, man. It's just exquisite, just impeccable, like everything, man. Like, I love this movie. Y'all tell me what y'all think, man. This has been really fun. Really don't think I left anything out. At least really hope I didn't. I think that's gonna be about it. But yeah, come on, world, let's knock this box office out the park. Let's really give the attention so the next release is even more worldwide, and it's even in more theaters. And yeah, man, like, come on, Takashi, let's do this some more. I love you, man. It's like you tapped in on mine. I feel like I manifested this without having to be the one to create it, man. It's so ill, man. But much love to y'all. I enjoy this. I'm sure you had to have as well. I appreciate y'all. Much love. Y'all take care. And we'll be back with some more fun action on the channel. So till next time, peace.